Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. First of all guys, I would like to start off by saying I apologize deeply for not being consistent with my posting. I think I haven't posted in the last month. Yes, I think my last video that I posted was in July, and I have a very good reason for that. The reason is because I was busy with my final exams in my current trade. So it wasn't easy. It needed my focus. It was a whole 5 weeks of trauma, but we made it through, we passed, and we are celebrating our win today. Okay, so with that being said, I'd like to say I'm sorry guys. I apologize. I really hope you guys understand my reasons. And secondly, welcome back to my channel guys. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to switch up things a little bit. I want us to take a break from talking finances. I want to talk about something that is very related to finances guys, because if you do not adopt this mentality, your financial mentality is also gonna sink. Okay, so this is running your own race. Guys. I'm pretty sure you've heard this before. I'm pretty sure you've heard people talk about running your own race, and I'm pretty sure you're one of the people who actually preach about running your own race, right? But in today's video, I want to speak to those who don't understand. And if you already do understand running your own race, and if you're already the type of person who has a mentality that focuses on running their own race, then kudos. Just continue watching my video. Maybe you might pick up a few pointers here or there. But if not, then I highly encourage you to continue and stick to the video and watch right until the end. Before we get into today's video, I want to start by asking you guys to please take your time to subscribe to my channel. I did say we are on the road to getting at least 500 to 1,000 followers before the end of the month, September. I know guys, it might sound soon, but I know it's very much possible. That is my goal, and the reason we are doing this is because I want the community to grow, I want people to grow, and I want to continue to inspire people, you know, and hopefully someday see this platform on one of the biggest podcasts in the world. Okay, anything is possible guys. Let us just put our minds to it. So please take your time to subscribe, take your time to comment, take your time to share my videos, do criticize where you feel like we need to be criticized. I'm human guys, I make mistakes, so it's okay. You can criticize me, just don't be brutal. But just don't be brutal, just a child. So in today's video, I want to talk you guys through running your own race. You know, the main reason I got inspired to do this video today and to talk about this today is because I actually realized that before you develop a money mindset and before you have psychological discipline with finances, you actually need to understand that at the end of the day, the race is yours. There is no point reading all these books. There is no point watching motivational podcasts, and there's no point listening to motivational speakers speak if you are not going to adopt the mindset of this being your own race, guys. You are not following the next person's race. You shouldn't run in the next person's shoes. You need to understand that you are doing this for just you and yourself and your future generation. And the only way to get there is understanding that the race is mine. I am in my own lane. Yes, there may be other people driving around next to me, but this lane that I am on right now, it is mine, and I need to solely focus on what is mine, and what is mine is my end goal. And yes guys, we tend to lose that vision, especially when we go through hardships, and especially when we go through so many things in our lives. We tend to forget that life is not a race. So what is it that is constantly causing us to continuously believe that life is a race, and to continuously want to run this race the way people have set it for us? I am going to highlight the most important things that I went through, and I actually realized that these are things that so many of us suffer from. I've also suffered from these mentalities, but thankfully I am out. Okay, I am very out. I've actually realized that this life is mine. And the thing that made me realize that this life is mine is because I finished my matric when 2017, and I'm only getting my qualification 2025. Guys, that gap, it's big. But I am grateful because had I not went through the things that I went through in my past, I don't think I would have gotten where I am so smoothly. I wouldn't say it was smooth. There's no journey that is smooth, but I don't really think I would have gotten where I am. I appreciate everything that has happened, and I appreciate the growth, and I appreciate where I have learned, and now I appreciate the new path that I am to set into. The main three things that I feel like influence our decisions and influence us in our races and our paths is social media, cultural and society expectations, and not having defined goals, a lack of defined goals, guys. So these three things are the three most poisonous things to your brain. These are the three most poisonous things that can flip your mindset to become a whole negative person, and a whole negative person to yourself, because you might seem as if you're not getting there, but you actually are getting there. So let's step right into it. Social media, it's the number one social media is the number one problem. Like, I cannot emphasize. But again, I come back and I want to say social media can be good and social media can be bad. It all depends on how you chose your algorithm to run on your page. I don't know if it makes sense, because guys, let's look at it this way. Social media is not just filled with glam. It's not just filled with lifestyle audits. It's not just filled with all of those stuff. Social media can actually be educational as well. Yeah, there's one big social media app that we all like to tune into. It runs a STEM project. It's STEM. So right there down those feeds is like literally just educational stuff. You know, I think that's the Chinese side of that app that we are being shown. Because yeah, I don't want to get right into it, but yes, that STEM is like literally just experiments, teaching, and all of those. So with that being said, guys, it comes to show that social media is good and can be good and can be bad, right? And it also depends on how you choose to wire your algorithm. Social media will show you what you want to see. So if you're constantly searching your influencers, who got a new car from their husband, who got a new house from their husband, this family is going to Dubai this week, going to Australia the next week. If you are constantly searching, and if you're constantly engaging, and if you're constantly clicking on such videos, then best believe your pages are going to show you such videos. So with me, I stopped. I literally just stopped, because I realized at some point that I couldn't take it anymore. Watching all of these people on social media doing it so good, it made me feel as if I wasn't there. There was a point where I even used to see people who are my age driving the most expensive cars, you know, and it would drive me so crazy, because I'm just there and I'm like, how am I not doing this? I mean, guys, how am I not doing this? We're literally the same age. And I end up starting to abuse my brain and abuse myself. And guys, there's much more there's literally much more to what you are seeing on social media. And remember that we are being shown the lifestyle. We are not being shown the behind scenes. It's very rare for us to be shown the behind scenes. Even influencers who pretend to take us through the behind scenes don't really show us the behind scenes. They will show us the flashy parts of the behind scenes. That is why till today I respect people who take content in their one bedroom bachelor rooms, you know, as messy as possible and as basic as possible and as clean as possible, because these are people who are showing us real content, that this is the life of a person in South Africa. This is the life of a basic person who lives in the township. This is the life of a basic South African. That is why I will always respect content creators like that. Not that I don't respect content creators who show us the flashy parts of life. That is also good. You know, sometimes if you look at it with a good eye, that is also, you know, inspirational to some point. But it can be toxic depending on how you're looking at it, guys. So that is why I come again and I say social media can be good, can be bad, depending on how you as a person view it. The next one that I'm going to dive into, this is cultural and society expectations for us guys, or your neighbors, your friends, the people that you grew up around, the society that you grew up around, the expectations that they have for you, and you start pinning them onto yourself. Guys, erase that mentality. Just because so and so's child down the road is doing much better than you doesn't mean you are now late. And just because their parent just keeps on coming to your home to flex to your parent on how you are just not doing it, it doesn't mean you're not doing it, guys. And just because so and so graduated literally 4 years after matric, and they got to wear their graduation uniform literally 4 years after, and you got to wear it 10 years after, doesn't make you late. We are basically bonded by society's expectations for us, guys. We believe in a cycle. We believe in a box that you finish matric, 18 years old, you go to university, or you decide to go to college. After university and college, maybe 4 years down the line, you graduate. Immediately after graduating, you get a good job, a good paying job. And then after getting a good paying job, in between that, somewhere you were supposed to find a husband. So that means by the age of 26, you're supposed to now be married. Mandwendwe are supposed to be coming in at home. 26, now you're married. 28, you're producing babies, and you are just a baby making machine right until the age 32, 33, 34, 35. By the age of 35, you're supposed to be living a fancy life. Don't forget that according to society, you're supposed to have bought your first car by the age of 25. Very beautiful car, by the way, not a second-hand car. Guys, I'm blabbing through all of this because it is all blab. I'm blabbing through this as I speak because it is blab. Please remove those expectations. Please remove that timeline that society and the culture has set for us. Everyone has their own timeline. Everyone has their own culture. Take me, for instance. I said it in the beginning and I'm going to repeat it again. I finished my matric when I was 17, and that was 2017. Now you guys know how old I am. Okay, cool. I finished my matric when I was 2017, right? And then literally immediately after, I jumped into the cycle and I went to college. Went to college for 2 years, and then I finished. After I was done with college, it's the whole process of looking for an apprenticeship now. So now this is 2019, COVID decided to hit us, so I'm already delayed by a year. So 2019, 2021, 2022, I was working, and then mid 2022 I finally found an apprenticeship, and you see how many years later that is. But I still had the patience in my heart. I never quit. I never gave up because I knew my end goal. Finally found an apprenticeship in what I wanted to do, and did my apprenticeship 22, 23, 24, 2025. Only now I'm done. See? And if you can calculate, I think that's like over 7 years. That is literally how long it took me to finally get my qualification. It doesn't make me mad. It makes me so happy because I don't envy anyone else who did this before. And I don't envy anyone else who did this quicker than what I did. Instead, I'm grateful that I took this path upon myself and I didn't give up along the way. Life starts when you want it to start, okay? So this doesn't mean now you need to conform to what people want for you or what people want your life to look like. If you're a person who believes that after matric I cannot do the school thing, but I have something that I know that if I start this I am going to boom, and if you feel that it is not for you immediately after matric and you decided to take a whole different path, then that is for you. Honestly, do what works for you because you have your own timeline, you have your own goals. Next thing that I'm going to get into, and I've talked about this in my previous videos and I'm going to speak about it today, and this is not having self-defined goals, guys. A lack of self-defined goals. A self-defined goal is a very detailed goal. It is a goal where you write it down. It doesn't just stay in your head, guys. Goals don't just stay in your head. I don't know if you believe in the power of manifestation, and manifestation goes beyond just speaking. Manifestation also involves writing it down. I believe in writing so much. I write everything down, and not on my phone. I prefer the old method, which is using a book, because I believe that everything that is written down in a book will manifest itself someday. And every time I open that book and I look at it, I will realize that this is where I am, this is how far I'm going. Whereas with the phone, guys, I don't do most of my productive work on my phone. Doesn't really make sense. But if for you it makes sense to have a Pinterest vision board, then sure, go ahead. But for me, I write down my vision boards. I recently bought a whiteboard marker so we can write down our detailed plans with my partner, so we know exactly what is going on, we know how far we're coming, and we know where we are going. That way we are not just riding through this wave. We have self-defined goals. Our goals are defined and we know why we are doing this, and we know by doing this there's an end goal to that. And one thing I'm going to cut off is living your goals based on someone else's goals, guys, or living your life based on how you see the next person living their life. You don't understand why that person has those goals. You can't have your vision board based on someone else's vision board. You need to do what is good for you. You need to find what will grow you. You need to find you as a person. It is so important to find yourself through this whole journey. We need to learn how to define our goals internally instead of externally, because most of the time we measure our goals based on what is seen externally. We measure our goals based on the things that you can physically see. Measure your goals based on the things that are internal, guys. There are internal milestones that we go through as people, and they need to be celebrated. Celebrate those small wins of yours, regardless of how small they are, guys. Do a whole self-introspection. Reflect deeply exactly on where you are lacking. Just gonna give you guys a few pointers to help you break free from the cycle. These are basic. You probably already know how to break free from the cycle, but you're struggling. Maybe you're waiting for someone like me to come and tell you on how to break free. So I'm here, guys. I'm gonna tell you how to break free from that cycle. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna define your own finish line. Have a finish line for your goals, have a finish line for your life, have a finish line for yourself. Make sure that this is your own finish line. Write down your goals, see how you want your life to be in the next 5 to 10 years. That is your life. Picture it how you want it. Don't let external influences get to you that easily. Guys, please try so hard not to let external influences get to you. And by that, I mean your social media and your cultural societies, your neighbors, your friends. Don't let those things get to you easily, because each person has their own goal. Make sure that you have your own goals listed and you define your own finish line based on how you want it to be. And if you don't get to your finish line at that desired time frame, it is okay. And if somewhere along your line you stop and you get tired, so if somewhere along your race you stop and you get tired and you need to take a break, go ahead, take that break. No one is going to judge you. It is your life, and no one is judging you. You are judging yourself based on thinking. Yeah, you are judging yourself, busy thinking that people are judging you. Yes, there may be people who are talking, but it's going to end there. Let them talk. I really like it when they talk, because it gives me some motivation to go ahead and keep pushing. I like the talks. I really do like the talks. I always say I'm not clearing any rumor unless I'm told that I'm ugly. I will clear the rumor at 12 o'clock at night, any day, any time of the year. Joking, guys, but yes. Just focus on yourself. Have your own finish line. Define your own finish line. Number 2, measure your progress against yourself, not someone else. Measure your success based on yourself. Check your small milestones. Check where you were and look at where you are. That way you'll be able to see your progress. And that way you'll be able to appreciate where you were and where you are. When I look at myself 7 years from now, 7 years before, I literally wasn't where I was, and I did see myself moving, and I do see myself moving from where I am to another goal 10 years from now. And that is because I keep literally celebrating my small wins. I measure my success and I measure my progress based on me. This girl here. Yes, that is me. My success, my progress, my path. Me. Yes, that is where I get selfish, Don't let other people's advices get to you, and limit this thing of asking yourself that, am I ahead of the people that I started with, or am I ahead of the people that I'm mentally competing with? I don't even know why you're mentally competing with people. Start asking yourself, am I ahead of myself? Am I ahead of the goals that I set for myself? Yeah, then remember, celebrate your small wins, celebrate your small growth, celebrate your small milestones. That will build so much gratitude in your life. Celebrating your small wins will help you limit triggers that keep bringing you to compare your life to other people's lives. Because the moment you limit those triggers, you will see that there's nothing bad, or there's nothing slow, or there's nothing wrong with what you are doing. You are doing it perfectly fine. You're running your business plan exactly how you wanted to run it. And the last thing that I'm going to leave you guys with is to adopt a mindset of being abundant. Adopt an abundance mindset, guys. It is very, very important. Limit that mindset of scarcity, that mindset that I don't have, Be abundant. Understand that you have more and you are worth more, you appreciate more, and you celebrate your wins, you celebrate other people's wins, you are happy for yourself, you are happy for other people, you understand that there's a lot of job opportunities there for me, you understand that there's a lot of business plans there for me, you understand that there's a lot of money in that world for me as well, my share is also over there. Don't say that this is limited. No, this is limited. Guys, nothing is limited. Everything is abundant, and you might not look at it like that at that time, but understand that once you have a mindset that shifts slowly and you slowly start to adopt these mentalities, it will make sense over time, guys. Abundance. Appreciate the small things. Adopt that abundance mindset, guys. Understand that there is more. that this world has to offer for you. And even though it might have taken you 10 years to get to where you are not late. There's no time frame. There's no time frame on when you're going to get wealthy. There's no time frame on when you're going to break your generational curses. There's no time frame on when you're going to beat black tax. There is no time frame, but just do it however you want to do it with your own pace. Okay? Thank you so much, guys. I've been speaking so much. But I really just want to say thank you so much for tuning into today's video, and I really hope that I am bringing some sort of insight to you guys. And yes, we did shift away from our normal money topics. It is because with money, you also have to adopt a mindset that understands money starts here. Being financially stable starts here. Everything you want to do in life starts here. So if I'm not going to help you guys build your mindsets here, and I'm just going to help you guys build your mindsets here, it won't make sense. It really won't make sense. Thank you very much, guys, for joining me with today's talk. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me in today's conversation. I really hope that you guys continue to like, subscribe, and share my content. And yes, I am back full time, so I will be making my content every single week. We are back to posting every single week, guys. And yes, thank you so much. I love you guys. I love the support, and I love the growth. Yes, so as a bonus to apologize for you guys, I have added a bonus video to my videos uploads for this week, and that video is basically how to do a budget plan. I decided on doing that video because I realized that there's not a lot of people that know how to do budget plans, so that is just a bonus video just to say I am sorry, guys, and this is how I do my budget plan. Okay, cool. Thank you, guys. Bye.